What do Paleozoic Deinonychus, Crystron, Halki Fibrax, Predaplant, Anaconda, and Tour Guide from the Underworld all have in common? Well, all of those cards were released out of Dual Overload. I mean, a couple of them have different printings, but they're all in this set, and they're all cards that I've yet to pull out of the 4 boxes of Dual Overload that I bought in the past. And I said I wasn't going to open more of these, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm really missing tournaments. I'm really missing playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In real life. I've been playing a lot of online Yu-Gi-Oh!, which has been fun, but you know, it's just not the same as physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Like actually playing the card game against real life people in person, and I just missed physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, which I think is fair considering that it's been a pretty big part of my life for the past several years. So that's what we're going to try to pull in today's video. I mean, certainly there are other good cards to pull. 2 of those that I mentioned, the Needle Fiber and the Predaplant, are both like the chase cards of a set, but we actually just want to pull them because we don't have them yet, and I guess we can take a look at these large cards as well. This one is Blue Eyes White Dragon, the manga card. There was one really funny comment on the last video, I think, that said like, oh, Konami couldn't even spend the money to print the colors of these cards. No, they're supposed to look like the manga cards, which is pretty nice. And we still actually haven't pulled the tour guide of that either, which would be pretty cool to pull. Let's see if we can get it. Nope, Cyber Dragon Infinity. The Xyz monsters actually look really cool with this sort of style of manga printing. I like that a lot. Anyway, though, let's get through these packs and take a look at which cards we can pull. Hopefully one of those 4, or maybe all of them. I mean, pretty unlikely, but pulling like 2 of those 4 would be like pretty big. Specifically, the ones that I want the most are Tour Guide from the Underworld, as well as Paleozoic Deinonychus, both of which are obviously ultra rare in the set. So first up, we have Hysteric Sign, Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, Dingirsu. Wow, Orcus actually have been fairly popular in the Crush Card Cup. I've seen a couple of them around, so that's definitely a deck that's still out there. Chaos Goddess also getting better with, what is that card called? Girsu? Is it just called Orcus Girsu? Out of the new set Eternity Code. That's going to be really nice. Chaos Goddess and Malefic Tune. I got excited. I saw a trap card, but it is not Paleozoic Deinonychus. Dingirsu is actually just a really good card to have a reprint for just in general, because it's a really solid, just generic rank 8 monster. Not only good in Orcus, but just good in a lot of different decks. We have this Pendulum monster, Magical Musketeer, Caspar. Okay, the new Traptrix card out of here. Traptrix pretty strong. There we go. Nice. Paleozoic Deinonychus. I wasn't sure if this card was short printed or if the set was just too big, because like I said, we did buy 4 boxes in the past. Didn't pull a single copy of this card. I actually would like to. I don't want to change the rules here, but I would actually like to pull 2 of these. Would be nice, because I'm actually playing 2 in the deck that I need it for, and I have 1 super, 1 common, and now I have 1 ultra. And then we have Sci-Fi Lord Omega. Wow, one of my favorite Synchro monsters of all time. Guess we'll put this one. I mean, at this point, you guys probably already know a lot of the cards in the set, so I don't need to set all of them aside. So we'll just save the setting aside cards for actually the ones that we want to pull, the 4 cards that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. All right, next up we have Malefic Selector. Pretty crazy card. Firebrand Hymnist. I don't even know what any of the Firebrand... is it a Hymnist archetype? I think it is. Hymnist, not Firebrand. I think Firebrand is the name of the card. Hymnist is the archetype. Witchcrafter Creation. We have DDD Abyss King Gilgamesh and Card of Fate. This card is hilarious. I wish there was like some cool thing you could do with this thing, because it does have a pretty fun effect, but yeah, not so much as far as competitive Yu-Gi-Oh goes. There's always fun stuff you can do in casual Yu-Gi-Oh though, as I mentioned many times. Maybe you can even win a match with a Blue Eye Structure deck. We have Enma's Judgment, Terraform. That's a nice cool card in there. Rose Bell of Revelation, which actually did see a little bit of hype, because I think it's good in the Rika deck. I don't know about anymore, though. We have Bloom Harmonist, the Melodious Composer, and Malefic Paradox Gear. How many packs are there? There's 6 packs in each one, right? So we should have 12 packs to go through? Yeah, I think so, if my calculations are correct. We have Watt Giraffe, the first reprint ever. We have the Reptilian, which is really cool. This was featured in a video a couple weeks ago for aesthetically pleasing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because this one, the hands of the artwork actually coincide with the link arrows, which is really nice. We have Ancient Gear Ballista, Scrap Orthos, and Samorg, Bird of Sovereignty, which is, not as good as it probably would have been if Tiger wasn't banned, but still a very good Link monster. I still have seen people use this card to summon Apex Avian, maybe not always with the Infinite Negate combo, but just summoning Apex Avian is like really good with this thing, even if you're not doing the full combo. But if, I mean, you still can, like, if you can do some pretty crazy things to get to this card and Union Carrier, and then you're set up with that Infinite Negate, which is pretty nuts. All right, terraforming number 2. We have that weird train monster, but it's actually a boat. We have this thing that always looks like Altergeist Hexia, but it's actually Skysticker Ace Zeke. Skystickers actually are a fairly decent deck. I haven't seen them a lot, but I know a couple of my friends that play this game that are actually pretty good. They are testing this deck quite a bit. I have some pretty cool plays. We have this weird trap that I can't pronounce, and Magic Formula. Magic Formula, an excellent equip spell for your Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. Pretty insane card for all of you Dark Magician players out there. We are, yeah, that's halfway through. We have pulled one of the 4 cards that we need. Like I said, this set's pretty big. I think it's like 100 cards, so the chances of actually pulling the cards we need are pretty low. But we'll see. Another Reptilian, Enma's Judgment again. Okay, there we go. We got the Hellkey Fibrax itself. You know, I'm really trying my best not to call it Needle Fiber more than like half the time. So Hellkey Fibrax. It's not that hard once you run through it a few times, but it is still obviously a little bit hard to pronounce. People are always probably going to call it Needle Fiber. People always do that with pretty much every card, but especially this one just because the new name is so weird. Really good card. I'm currently not playing it in a lot of decks, but it is just a nice card that you want to have at least one copy of, just because a lot of decks in the future will probably play it unless it gets banned. We have Servius, the Ancient and Ascended, and Speedroid Hexa Saucer. Hexa Saucer. It's another Speedroid in the set as well. Okay, so I actually think that 2 out of 4 is not bad. I really doubt that we'll pull the other 2. I mean, I think that both Tour Guide and the Predaplant and Hellkey Fibrax are all short printed, so it's going to be pretty tough to pull another copy of those other 2 that we haven't gotten. But maybe we'll have to see. Watt Giraffe, okay. We have, what the heck, Starving Venom, Lethal Dose Dragon. This is one of those cards where if you were not really familiar with modern Yu-Gi-Oh, you might see this and get really scared and be like, oh my gosh, is every Yu-Gi-Oh card a fusion monster and a pendulum monster with 2 full paragraphs of text and the name has like 5 different words? No, that's not true, but if you only look at this card, it might seem kind of scary. But luckily, modern Yu-Gi-Oh does have simple cards. Obviously, it has longer text cards too as well, but not every single card is like 2 paragraphs worth of text. We're not all Astrograph Sorcerer in 2020. Alright, next pack here, we have Alien Shock Trooper M-Frame. Nice card. Destiny Hero Celestial. Okay, we have Condemned Dark Lord. I don't think I've pulled many copies of this card. I definitely have pulled at least one. Oh, Swap Frog. Nice. There we go, Swap Frog. And we have the Dangerous Frightfur Nightmare, which actually, you know, I made fun of this card for not being very good in Fluffles or Frightfurs, but I actually saw a couple combos using this card, and it looked pretty effective. So maybe that card is not as bad as I made it out to be. I don't know. I did play a little bit of Shaddoll Fluffles with Master Rule 5 and even Pure Fluffles with Master Rule 5 a couple weeks ago on stream, and it was pretty fun. Another Destiny Hero Celestial. Hysteric Sign. You can see here there's like some cards that are printed more than others because we've pulled like multiple copies of these ones, but not copies of other cards we're looking for. Anyway, it's all just variants. Who cares? Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians. And I think people roasted me because I pronounced this card Saline earlier. Selene, Saline, Tomato, Tomato. Who cares? But this card's really good in the Pendulum deck, obviously. Insanely powerful card. Synchro Transcend and Daigusto Emerald. Nice. We haven't actually seen this card that much in the last couple of formats. It's been at 1 for a little while now, but still haven't seen anyone really playing it. I'm not even sure. Does the new Zodiac deck that people have been testing online since Trident came back to 1, do they even play this card? I mean, they have Triple Pot of Avarice. Maybe you don't need this, but I guess it's like an extra deck card, so it can be easier to make. But that deck seems like it struggles to like actually do like things other than just do their one combo with all of their Zodiac monsters. So I'm not sure if they actually can afford to make an Emerald, but I'm not really sure about that. Anyway, Magical Musketeer Caspar, again, another Alien Shock Trooper. We have yet another Dingirsu, Cubic Dharma, and a Magical Musketeer Starfire. Look at this Magical Musket themed pack. That's pretty cool. These reprints actually were very welcome. Both of these cards were pretty pricey. I don't know if they were both short printed, but I know Caspar was. I'm assuming Starfire was because that card was like almost $20 when I sold 2 copies of it like quite a while ago, like several months ago, and it was like $20 at the time despite being like a pretty rogue strategy deck. Last pack here we have the Abyss Actor Hyper Director. We have that weird Pendulum Exceeds monster. We have Condemned Dark Lord again. Vanity's Ruler, a very nice reprint. This card actually was fairly pricey. I'm not sure if it only had 1 printing in the same set because it had a rare as well as an ultimate rare, which were obviously both out of the original release. I feel like it had like 1 reprint, but I'm not entirely sure. I might be wrong in that because like the rare was $10, which is just absurd. And then Secret Six Samurai Fuma brings me back to my Duel Links days. I'll say for this box opening, mostly a success. You know, we did pull 2 of the 4 cards that I was looking for, the Hellkey Fibrax as well as the Dino-Miscus. I would have liked to pull another Dino-Miscus. That would have been huge because I really don't want to play mismatching rarities, so I'm still kind of in the same spot that I was previously. Yeah, I can play an Ultra and a Super, but it's still mismatching, but at least they're both hollow. So maybe we'll buy more packs. Probably not, though. Probably just wait until tournaments actually start up, but I don't know. I just really want to pick up some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and Eternity Code is delayed for North America, as probably a lot of you are aware of, so we won't see that for a little while. So this is like the only thing that's really available that's actually still new. I'll see you guys later, though. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Goodbye.